Well, welcome everybody. It is Hot Mike with Hastings and Lindahl. And I'm going to be trying to draft in our fantasy league. Which who do we have on the plot? Oh, Nate Kreckman with the third pick is already on the clock. So this thing's already, I guess, moving along.
Who was your first two picks in your draft?
Bijan Robinson's still on the board, so I'm assuming Jamar Chase is gone and maybe Saquon. I don't know. It's an ESPN one. You and I always got stuck in this. You and I were Yahoo guys. And so we always knew what was going on. So when you go to these other ones, I don't know quite as much how it all works. So,
last ESPN I did, I found out how to do it. I dropped in about 50 guys' names in order that I kind of wanted them, and I ended up getting a lot of them. And when I got back in towards when the line was getting real thin for what I needed, picked up whoever I wanted, what was left, and I ended up winning that thing that year.
So it went Jamar Chase, Saquon, Jameer, Bijan, Christian, Ashton, and now Shocky's on the clock. So I think I'm just going to draft a damn
rookie. How about a rookie coming into this league? He was drafted. I had my draft last night. He was drafted pretty high up, I think first round last night in mine too. How about a rookie running back being drafted so quick?
Yeah, and I've had that happen where you kind of get bitten a little bit by drafting rookies and you're not sure how they're going to respond. You know what I mean? So, Oh yeah. So I'm going to pick Brock Bowers just for your boy D-Mac here in a second if he doesn't go before I get a chance to.
Now, if he was a smart guy, he would take Brock Bowers.
But I've got the last pick in a 14-team league. Brutal.
What quarterbacks are off the board? Get a Bowers and a Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I'm a big draft a quarterback guy. You know that. So
I did in honor of you, and also because the last time he was available to draft, I drafted him my first pick and he got hurt 4 plays in. But my very last pick in the draft, the non-paying part of the draft, I took Aaron Rodgers as my second quarterback.
Maybe I'll take and see. That's funny thing is all these guys can watch me while they do this because we're live and we are going to talk some Broncos, folks. I just got to get these first couple picks, and don't worry, I won't pick for a half hour. Apparently, we've already had Vic Lombardi who wanted to do this, and how much you want to bet he's asleep as the clock goes down, and he finally took somebody. So
well, and you see who he takes, and if it's an auto draft, then
he took Puka Nacua.
Yeah, that's an auto draft.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's an auto draft. So the guy who wanted to do it was excited about doing his first thing. Is just auto drafted it.
He's not well, and again, we should know this because we were all in a meeting. For anybody that wonders, we were all in a meeting when he really wanted it.
Don't you love those drafts when you got everybody going boom, but bam? Like we did ours last night. We started about 6:20 and we were done before 8 with 14 rounds.
I did one with my lacrosse team. It took us 45 minutes. So.
Yeah, because everybody's like, bink, dink, bink, bink, bink.
I like Derek. Shame on people who take longer than 30 seconds, especially in the early rounds, right, Derek? I mean, come on, Derek. What are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing? It should take
right now. Long. You are living on why I did not sign up for that league.
No, I know. So I'm waiting. You know what? I think we'll see how this goes. I'm queuing my people up, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Gonna get a little nutty.
What number are they on?
Now we're waiting on Sanford. Your boy Sanford's taking forever to pick because I bet you the times are gonna run out, so he just auto drafted.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be Kamaje and then me, and I got 2 in a row. So
he took Kamaje P. Ryan?
No, Kamaje Granderson, KJ, our guys.
Oh.
So
I thought you said I said that has to be an auto draft. He took P. Ryan.
Yeah. So everybody's already complaining about Sanford as well. They should.
And Vic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
Vic's a golden boy. He's not going to get yelled at too much now.
No, nobody gets. Okay, here it's me. Ready?
Yep.
Boom, Burrow. Boom, boom, Bowers. Oh, no, wait. Someone trying to take Bowers. Pow! Back to back. D-Ac's going to lose his mind tomorrow. And now I don't even need to pay attention for 20 minutes. That'll get people to lose their mind. That's funny.
How long do you have each draft pick? 3 minutes?
It's like a minute 30, but people are taking way too long. So
then you got a lot of auto drafters going on.
Yeah. Nelson's in there, D-Mac's in there. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the chat is.
D-Mac could be in line. He don't have no life in the evening. He might as well hook up on the fantasy football.
Yeah, so we got a long way to go. All right, hey man, while we get going, because I know nobody cares about a draft unless it's yours. So Dre Greenlaw, let's start there. That was the headline I made for the podcast title, Scotty. Look, dude, you've kind of taught me throughout the years, old guys that get injured usually stay injured. They don't get uninjured too easily. And I want to believe Greenlaw is going to be fine. And maybe this is just veteran, management days. But, dude, we ain't played a game. The guy's not played any of the preseason games. He was just to practice last week, and all of a sudden he misses today's practice. At what point do we need to be concerned? Like, he comes back out, I guess, and practices tomorrow, all's okay, right? But, man, it feels like they're really kid gloving this quad thing.
Well, and you go all the way back to our days. We started this thing in Shanahan's era, and when guys aren't playing on a Thursday, practice on a Thursday, a lot of times they didn't play for the game, right? So I guess tomorrow will be the big day. I don't know how Sean Payton had it. Shanahan had a rule for a while: if you didn't practice Thursday, you didn't play.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, I think Elway or somebody was like hurt, and they're like, "Well, we could
Stink.
We could fudge that just a little
bit."
Stink
was one of them because Stink was always having the knee surgery.
Yeah, sure.
Stink one time had like a Sunday scope and still played the next Sunday.
Yeah, so I think we'll watch tomorrow. I'm with you. And we talked about it yesterday on the show. Who's the one guy that would, if there's one guy that could affect your defense? And listen, I think there's easy answers you could talk about, and you can go Surtain and everything else, maybe one of your pass rushers. But Greenlaw is, listen, part of everybody being fired up about this team with some of the free agents that they signed was one of them was because of Greenlaw.
Right.
Now,
because of what he adds to that D.
If he's a guy who's going to play every third game for you, how much effect will he have on this team defensively? Now, if it's a quad strain, that ain't getting better by playing. And the only thing you can do is not play, not run on it. Get in the pool and do stuff like that is about all you can do. So if it's a quad strain and he's not 95% or above, I don't play him in these first 2 weeks anyway. You don't theoretically won't need him till week 3.
No, I'm with you. For those that, I think everybody knows the first half of the schedule by now, but for those that don't remember, the Chargers are week 3. That's a team you could not beat last year. That's a team you know is going to want to run the football with Omari and Miller and their guys. So I'm with you. You do need him for week 3. Again, if he's like, I'll tell you this, if you're trying to, and Sean keeps talking about a pitch count with Greenlaw, and again, Nick Kosmider reiterated that to us today. If Sean is serious about a pitch count, then there's no way I'm getting his first game in Indy. I'll tell you that. If he can go and we can get him in against the Titans, just get the feel going and try to get some chemistry going and all that good stuff, fine. But if I'm kid, I hate the Indy turf. I feel like the Indy turf is always a problem. I just don't like it.
A guy coming back from a soft tissue injury, do you want him playing his first game on that turf? By the way, I'm being interrupted. I know you've got your draft, so you're not really paying attention.
I'm paying attention to you right now.
Who's
interrupting you?
The warden with the new purchase today, or it finally came in.
Oh, she got there it is. The famous golf cover. You got the putter. I didn't know it was a whole putter. I thought it was just the cover.
And then show them the grip.
Then it's like a hockey style grip.
Okay, yeah.
This is Abby Gilmore. Hold on.
Now, are you going to use that?
Well, she didn't get it from me. You know, it's something. Hey, hey, back in those old prison movies, the warden ain't buying a new Cadillac and letting the prisoners drive him, is he?
No, that's not what's going down.
It is 45.
I thought it might have been for you. She wasn't even born when the damn first one came out, so I mean, hey, that's.
Yes, I was.
It's kind of cool. I don't know how functional it'll actually be.
No, I'm with you. It's one of those things that's fun. You know what you do?
Yeah.
You're out with the boys. You've had a couple or whatever, and you just get a little funny, right? Hey, watch this.
Yeah, now you're talking about my wife. My wife going out with the boys and getting a little funny, and you pull.
Yeah, well, I keep thinking it should be yours, but whatever.
Well,
I could see her tossing it. Honestly, I could see her throwing it. So
she's not a real. No, hey, listen. You're
she's
not allowed to throw
patient
until
woman.
I don't think you should be allowed to throw a club until you break like 11 handicap.
Fair enough.
You know, I think there ought to be certain rules in sports. You're not allowed to break a club, throw a club angry until you've done
11. Something to prove you're worth something.
11, because if you've been at 11, you probably shot in the 70s a couple times.
Sure.
Probably played pretty good.
Everybody, some people said they want a draft update. Here's the problem. Now we've hit the auto draft guys, right? So here comes Vic, then Sanford. I don't know. I can't go Kittle because I already took Bowers.
We got 3 minutes of.
Oh, Lombardi. I think Lombardi's in. Lombardi took Kittle. I think Vic is in. That happened quick. I think Vic is awake and he's in. How much you want to bet Vic got confused and didn't know how to do it off his phone?
What wide receivers do you have left? You might want to get a wide receiver.
I'm looking at DK Metcalf. I think I may go TreVeyon Henderson, DJ Moore, and Cortland Sutton. Metcalf, Moore, Sutton. Who should I take?
Well, 5 years ago, I said DK Metcalf in a heartbeat. Is he in the Raiders now?
No, he's on the Steelers, and he's going to be the primary target.
Ooh.
You guys need to You need to vote. Hurry, vote.
I tell you what, DK Metcalf's an interesting guy, but guys, for the third round,
Cortland. Well, I mean, look, the best running backs are off the damn board. I don't know. What am I looking at? See, Jackson Smith and Jigba. You want him?
He's good.
I'm going TreVeyon Henderson. I'm going DK Metcalf.
Smith-Jigba's good.
I know he is, but remember, he's not with Geno Smith anymore. Remember, they got Sam Darnold there. Now, they may be great, but, you know, I hate when the guy's good last year, all of a sudden got to go and switch quarterbacks, and now you're not sure. What do you do with Travis Hunter, dude? Do you draft a Travis Hunter in fantasy, man? Because I'm not real sure. Like he's got to be one of the last couple picks. You took him how late though?
I took him 9th or 10th round, 10th or 11th. It's my only rookie I drafted. And I tell you what, in our draft, the longest pause in our draft, other than to go to the bathroom, the longest pause in our draft was when I drafted Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Because then we go, well, wait a minute. Well,
yeah.
You know, he only gets his points if he scores a touchdown on the offense, right? He's an offensive player. You don't get it for the defense. I go, well, no, Jacksonville's defense will get it. They go to crazy. I said, well, somebody said, well, maybe I'll just whatever touchdowns he gets the points.
Right.
And I went, and so I'd already drafted him. So I said, well, I'm all for that. If you want to play that, I'm all for that.
A tutty's a tutty, right?
But they did have a good answer to it because they're on the ESPN machine that does it, and they said, however ESPN scores it, let them score it.
At the end of the day, right? That's all you got to do. Whatever they decide is the right way, that's what you got to go with. But I don't know, man. RJ.
Yeah, but I took him. One, the warden liked him.
Sure.
And I took him. Yeah, probably 10th round, 10th or 11th, and you know, there's a handful of other guys in there, but I'm like, you know what? He's either going to be a great cornerback, and this will be the first year we get to worry about him playing offense, or he's going to come up and surprise. You know, there's some people who think Jacksonville that maybe this quarterback finally gets a little protection and has some weapons around him, that maybe he'd do something special. So, and who knows? Who knows, right? And it depends on how your team, how your fantasy scores it. You know, can he get you at the wide receiver? Can he get you a couple 100-yard receiving games? That'd be nice.
Here's what I think is tough. Rookies at every position, you just don't know, right? You just don't know, man. Sometimes they adjust well to the league, sometimes they don't. So,
well, I got Bijan on my first pick, and I got Joe Burrow on my second. So
yeah, I want DMAC to draft Bo Nix now. DMAC has to draft Bo Nix, period.
If he doesn't draft Bo Nix, he is phony.
He's a phony. So we'll see. All right. So Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, I'm concerned by it.
We'll see. I am too, man. I mean, again, it just feels too early for veteran management days. It's not like they were out there hitting today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're already the side field guy. And look, remember, Singleton's thumb can't be totally healed up yet, can it?
I wouldn't think so.
So I'm a little worried about depth in middle linebacker.
You know, I read the cheerleaders article you had on today, and he was talking about there was one big hit, and blah, 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 blah. And the article comes out today talking about a Greenlaw big smoking hit, and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, he didn't practice today. So did you maybe make something up, or were you talking in training camp in those first 4 days?
He had a big hit last week when they were still going kind of real. And then, because Nate talked about that. And then this week he's not practicing. So what are we supposed to make of that? I don't know.
He's the one guy. He's the one guy that, and listen, this no put down on their pass rush or their interior D. I think they both can be very good. I think they're going to have great defensive backs. This is no dock on Surtain because he's great. But to me, Hufanga and Greenlaw were the two guys that everybody's touting right now. They're supposed to be different players for you that's going to elevate even a really good defense from a year ago. It's going to elevate this team to elite status defensively. Well, Hufanga hasn't missed anything. Now, this guy looks like he's healthy. I mean, this guy, I'm excited about him too. But hey, when's the last time we had a popper, right? I mean, just a popper, a missile in there, middle linebacker.
Al Wilson?
Well, that's what, 96 or something like that, or 2000.
Would you call Josie Jewell that? What do you think about Josie Jewell?
I think Josie Jewell was a popper without the speed.
Okay, I'm with you.
You know, and the guy that we're going to play on Sunday that was with us last year took the money and ran. The linebacker, he had a couple good plays last year too.
Yeah, you're talking Cody Barton that now went to Tennessee. Cody Barton was a good, solid player. He was mainly supposed to be a special teams guy, and he showed up. But by the way, people are asking about the team in the chat. DMAC drafted Jaden Daniels.
Oh,
controversy.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting.
You could just keep that in your back pocket. Just keep that in your back pocket.
Hey, feel free to join the show tomorrow between noon and 3 because it will be discussed early, and then probably again in a little thing we're calling crosstalk between 2:55 and 3:05 that might be brought up then also.
Controversy. We'll see.
Jaden Daniels.
Took Jaden Daniels, baby.
Call him Bo Nix, the top 4 quarterback, and he takes Jaden Daniels. I think listen, I like Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels is a hell of a player.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Smart pick.
Yeah.
Right, if we're being honest. But this is DMAC.
Yeah, I'm with you. See, now there's a run on receivers. This is starting to pick up a little bit.
Maybe Vic and Coach are back on now.
Yeah, I do think they are. It's my pick. Let's see. Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Jameson Williams, or do I go with Matthew Golden, who's supposed to be good for the Packers?
Waddle and Golden.
Ugh. You
What's
go
the one?
both
What's the
Waddle and
McConkey?
Golden?
Is the McConkey dude still available from the Chargers?
No, I don't see Lad McConkey. He went pretty early. Now I'm the one holding it up. How about that, huh? There's Godwin, there's Mooney, there's Tillman, Higgins, Rashad Bateman.
Oh,
I don't know. A lot of these guys feel like,
you've got Bowers. Take T. Higgins and double up.
no, it's not T. Higgins. T. Higgins went a long time ago.
I got T. Higgins too, by the way.
I'm gonna go with Jameson Williams.
I got Burrow and T. Higgins.
What running backs are there? Oh, do I take R.J. Harvey? Is it too soon for R.J. Harvey?
Yes.
It is. All right then.
Well, has Dobbins been taken yet?
I don't know. I can't find him yet. I do need another running back though. That's the problem. Let's see. Running back. Dobbins is there. Do I do Dobbins?
Well, who do you think is going to be a bigger player?
I don't know. I think Dobbins early, and I think maybe I do think Harvey later, but I think, you know what? Dobbins is the more God.
You know what? I'll be honest with you, and we're still talking on this little podcast here. Until Sean Payton proves it to me, I'd be afraid to take any Bronco running back in a.
No, you're right, but I mean, it's like Krosky, Merritt, and Eckler, and just a bunch of dudes. I had Cam Scatabo. I don't know, man.
Scadabo's a rookie. I was hoping they were going to draft him here.
All right, I'm going to take Tracy. I'm taking a Giants running back. I hate it. Took the highest rank guy available. I hate it. Oh well.
Did you have 2 picks?
Yeah, man. Dude, I'm last in a 14-team freaking league, dude. It's brutal. It's brutal. I was like, I don't mind the last pick too much, and then I realized there were 14 teams. Are you kidding me? I didn't think we were doing 14 teams. I thought we were struggling to find people.
14.
Yeah, 14 is awful.
Ours were only 12.
Yeah, I feel like 12's the sweet spot. See, Derek said Jameson Williams. I turned out Jared that wasn't him, Derek. That's why I wanted to grab him. Or did I? Who did I end up taking there? I don't even remember. Oh, no, I did take Jameson Williams. Never mind, Derek. You're right. But now I'm stuck with T. Tracy Jr. from the Giants as a running back. That is ugly. It is going to. Hey, I think I may go 5 wide. I need to go 5 wide. We're going speed option. No huddle. Air raid offense. No back.
I'll bet you come back around, Harvey or Dobbins, one of the two will be available.
Yeah, but I still need a flex, and I try to finish out my starters before I go too much bench, although I guess that could be a flex. All right.
Can you not flex a tight end? Does Sam Laporta or somebody like that take
Yeah, I guess I could, but
how about Montgomery? You know what? I got David Montgomery like in the 6th round, 5th or 6th round. He's averaging like 12 touchdowns a game the last 2 years.
Currently, Kelsey's the best one available. See, Njoku would be good.
Yeah, but he always has a couple of those stupid games where he like.
Well, and he also needs to have Flacco be the quarterback. Let's just talk about that. How long is the Flacco the quarterback of the Browns?
Well, it depends if they can win games. If he can't win games, I've said all along that I think I said Shedeur would be the quarterback by week 7. If you look, they got a great chance of starting the season 0-4, 0-5.
Right.
And there's no way you're going to, you went with you drafted 2 young quarterbacks and you're going to stick with a veteran and you're going to start the season 0-4, 0-5. You're not going to do that, right?
Do you think Flacco has any chance of being like he was a couple years ago, where he was just efficient in that Stefanski offense, got him to the playoffs after? Remember, he came in Broncos in Sean Payton's first year with Russ. Broncos beat the Browns. Browns then go to Flacco. I can't remember if it was because of injury to the kid from UCLA or not, but they go to Flacco, and Flacco like goes on a tear with them. Yeah. He and Njoku are unstoppable, and they get to the playoffs, and then they got whooped by Houston. But
Njoku would be a good guy to have.
Yeah, you wouldn't be angry about it. I don't know.
Seriously, is somebody taking David Montgomery?
Who's that? The running back?
Running back for Detroit.
Yeah, I think so.
He had 13 touchdowns 2 years ago and 12 last year. They've
Top
got
running back is literally Austin Eckler. That means somebody ended up taking RJ Harvey. I'll have to go look. Ramondre Stevenson. I already got the other guy. Kay
Pittsburgh's
Johnson
got
in
two
Pittsburgh. Cam Scadaboo. Jordan
Pittsburgh's got
Mason
two
as
good running
Etienne.
backs. Lewis, I think one of them's Lewis.
Yeah, man. See, this is the problem with 14 team leagues. Oh my God, does it get Samaje Perines out there?
Yeah.
These are all the dudes that'll get spot duty that are left. There's too many people in
How
this
about
league.
Pacheco? Has he been taken Kansas City?
Well, I haven't seen him. I'd have to go look for him. I guess maybe. We'll have to see. All right.
Can't you just hit the running back button and all the good running backs pop
Yeah,
up?
I'm looking at him. There aren't any good running backs left, dude. This is an old school league. All these guys went and took the running backs early. That was why I said the hell with it. I'll just go ahead and grab the quarterback, they'll all be killing me tomorrow for taking the quarterback early. But again, this is like that. You want to take the ninth running back off the board or the top quarterback. So,
Well, I just don't know also. I know Tanner, I won 2 of my 5 leagues last year, and I just take running backs. Well, the league I'm in, the running backs aren't that important.
yeah, and I will be honest with you. I didn't really pay enough attention to what the scoring looks like in this, like I probably should have.
And that's the big thing. If you're getting a point every 10 yards, then okay. If you're getting points for yards, the guy that got 1,100 yards in Dallas last year, who I think is in Jacksonville this year,
Right.
not Burrow, Duro starts with a D. I mean, he got like 1,100 yards rushing, 300 or 1,000 yards rushing, 300 some 400 yards receiving, but only had 2 rushing touchdowns.
What are you doing with Cooper Kupp?
He went late in mine also.
He's still out there. Do we
And
think
he
he's
in
got
Seattle
anything
now,
left?
right?
Huh? He's in Seattle. But again, he's the guy that's like the quarterback's best friend. But he also could be hurt by, 5 plays in. And I think Kupp just went, I think as we were talking about it, nope, he's still there. I was trying to see who's Shockey. No, Shockey's on the board. Hold on.
Well, Shockey's going to take all the Seattle guys.
See, everyone's taking these rookie receivers, and I feel like that's just such a risky proposition.
I think it's risky taking young receivers, young running backs, and anybody who plays either position with Chicago.
Your boy Dan Tanner took RJ Harvey.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah, you not feeling that?
No, I mean, I hope he is. Then listen, I'm a Bronco fan.
No, I know, but
we had Leggy on yesterday, or was that today? What is today? Wednesday? Today. Who basically, in a nice way, said they weren't real happy with Harvey in the preseason because he sure passed up on a whole lot of opportunities to turn it up inside, and he kept trying to get outside.
All right, it's my turn. Here are my picks: Ty Warren, Colston Loveland, Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb.
Oh, I took Nick Chubb, by the way, also.
Yeah, I'm going to take Nick Chubb because I think he could be big for Houston. So do I go with Ty Warren and Colston Loveland and risk a rookie tight end, or take Diggs, who is a pretty good receiver, but it's going to be playing with?
Where's Diggs at this year?
New England. He's playing with Drake May, and I don't know how long it's going to take Drake May to pick up the McDaniels offense. I'm going Colston Loveland.
Well, he's a good young receiver. There you are bashing young receivers, and you take one.
No, Colston Loveland's the tight end that everybody thought Denver, although he is basically a receiver, but he's a Bears tight end. I would have taken Ty Warren, but I don't know that Ty Warren's going to have Danny Pesos thrown to him. Anthony Richardson's going to ask out and do a rap video until he gets it. What would be a good dollar amount? He ain't Danny Dimes anymore. So is it Danny Flatpenny? Is it Danny Woodpenny? What is it? Danny Sawbuck?
Danny De Niro.
Danny $2 bill.
Yeah. What's a dinero worth compared to the U.S. dollar?
Well, I was going to say, what about a peso? Danny Pesos?
Danny Peso. There you go. That's it. Danny Peso. Danny
All right.
Peso.
We said we talked divisions. Who you got winning the divisions? Because look, man, I'll put it here for everybody because I don't want to put off the Bronco conversation, but I can't wait. I said this today, and you may have heard me. I'm just it's just been too long. I don't know what it is. I think I finally figured it out because I've been bitching to you about this for a while. We've had such a quarterback. The quarterback conversation has sucked every ounce of oxygen, every molecule of oxygen out of the training camp talk for 8 years, that to not have it and then not have any really other position battles because we're worried about backup linebackers, although that may be key if Dre Greenlaw can't play. But for the most part, we had nothing to talk about, dude. I really wish they would have started Labor Day. God, I need a game. Because I want to see what's real. I want to see, is Dre Greenlaw going to play, right? I want it for real. I want it to count. I want no more excuses. Let's just put him in there and see what we got.
Well, I'd like to see if this offense could do anything because, and again, Leggy said that today too. He said, really, other than twos going against twos and threes, that's all you saw this offense move the ball. So,
yeah, we got to see if it's going to change because you and I have covered a lot of preseasons. And I guess what makes me nervous, dude, is tell me the last time you saw one thing in preseason and it just completely flipped the script come regular season.
Never.
Right.
Maybe when McDummy was here, didn't they have
that's a good call. Now, but see, the offense still struggled that first week against Cincinnati. Weren't you calling the game when Stokely caught the tip and ran it the other way?
Yeah.
The tip to Brandon Marshall?
But didn't they go 1-3 in the preseason?
Yeah, they weren't good.
I don't know if I was still. What year was that? Because I think I was
2009.
No, I was done. I think no. Yeah, no, I was done in 8. I missed the McDaniel window.
What happened there? I got to get back in. I think I missed a pick. They went too fast. I fell out. Is it still my pick? Oh, no, I got auto-drafted twice. They took Diggs anyway.
That means that device is listening to you.
All
right, let me go. I'll go with you. AFC South, who you like?
Oh, no, I got Ty Warren. Oh, no. AFC South, who do I like? I'm going to say Houston, but look, man, if the weirdo, I can't remember his name. Who's the guy that left Tampa to take over as the coach? If he's it's driving me nuts because I know his weird name. The guy that went Duval, that weirdo. If he can get it done, there's been some reports I've read on Twitter and other Twitter reports, so take it for what you will. But again, Trevor Lawrence always seems to do good the first year of a coach. And this guy, he's supposed to be a quarterback guy. That's why they hired him. That's why Tampa desperately tried to not let them take him away from Baker. So if Trevor's right, I think Jacksonville can be more of a problem for Houston than people are thinking right now. The Titans are probably going to be bottom of that division again, but Liam Cohen, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. God, it was driving me nuts. Liam Cohen. But I think Jacksonville could be a sneaky problem. I'd watch them because they've got a good roster. It's just Trevor's like so up and down. I never thought, I give you credit. You thought he wasn't the real deal. I thought Trevor was going to be good. Frankly, I thought Trevor was going to be what Joe Burrow was, and he certainly has not been that.
Well, here's the difference. I don't think Trevor Lawrence competes like Joe Burrow.
Oh,
Joe Burrow has, that Joe Cool, that little cockiness about him. But he has a little MFer in him that I don't think Trevor Lawrence has.
Yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence is talented. But I think he's been paid now. it's almost to the point now. There's no excuses. You're a veteran now, right? You're 4 years in. It's time to or get off the pot.
Well, and they've given you this is your third coach. Now the first one didn't really count because Urban was such a mess. But dude, they've done everything. They bent over backwards to try to get you playing the way they'd like you to. So,
well, I think Jacksonville's a sexy pick. I will say this: I do think they'll be better than last year. I don't know if they can beat. I think we buried Houston maybe a little quicker than we needed to because they didn't have such an explosive year as they did the year before. But guess what? They still made the postseason.
right.
I think it's going to be a knockdown battle between those two. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be one of those two. Who do I want? Well, let's take Jacksonville.
Okay. Really? You're going to go Jacksonville?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well,
Who you got in the AFC?
Who do you like better, Trevor Lawrence or C.J. Stroud? Honestly,
I like C.J. Stroud, and frankly,
yeah, I do too. So I'm gonna take you. I changed my pick to Houston.
Oh, okay.
But I think Jacksonville may win 10 games this year.
All right. Yeah, I think Jackson. See, here's what I think. This is what I think Bronco fans have to be a little bit worried about, quite honestly. If Jacksonville is on the come up, then you better be careful, okay? Because, all right, what is going on? Sorry, dude. I'm trying to figure this out. I thought I drafted guys that all of a sudden aren't on my team. What the hell is happening? Oh, well. This is why you shouldn't do this at the same time.
Yeah, you're caring too much about the thing you shouldn't be caring about, not enough about the thing you should be.
Listen,
next thing you know, they're going to give sponsorship and money to somebody else starting a brand new podcast.
Well, I think that's already happening. All right. Let's see. What's the next division that you want to go to?
AFC East.
The East? That's Buffalo.
Yeah. Okay.
Who else could it be?
Well, is Miami ever going to make any noise?
No.
Okay.
Hey, all right. What do you think of McDaniel? Has McDaniel kind of lost a little what he's got going on, or?
He has, it seems, from that fan base, but I don't know. I think, you know what I think the problem is? They got a guy who was a nice quarterback that showed some signs that maybe something could be special, but he ain't special. And now you paid him and you've hamstringed your franchise just a little bit because you paid him, top dollar. And I think Tua is a really good quarterback, and that's it. But the Raiders now, Geno Smith, they got a really nice quarterback. He ain't special. The Raiders going to win the division now. So I think McDaniels came in and made Tua some money, and now so can he even stay on the field? And that's horrible, all the concussions and everything. But I just don't know if I think that limits your franchise a little bit. I just don't think he's as special as they need him to be.
No, I would agree with you. And I think this is why I said the other day, and people got upset, but I'm just saying, Bo either needs to be really, really good or show you he's not the guy. It's got to be one of the two, dude.
Yeah.
You can't, because you get stuck in the middle like a Tua Tagovailoa, or look, even frankly, Trevor Lawrence has done a little bit of the same thing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you pay, and look, back in the day, it was Andy Dalton. Remember when Cincinnati, they'd had some good success and went to the playoffs, but they weren't really tearing it up, so they paid Andy Dalton. Well,
and how about what did Dallas do?
Well, that's just the thing. And the other part of the problem here is once you've paid the guy, then you quit looking for his replacement. You know what I mean? So then you're passing on quarterbacks.
Yep.
So Unfortunately, we saw that here where I know John wanted to give one more crack at Paxton. Now, he hadn't paid him yet, but because he used the high pick on him, he was hoping that, because he had told Woody Page in one of his articles, he was hoping that being around Case Keenum was going to get Paxton to learn how to be a professional quarterback, study and all that junk. You got to get it right, man. Did you see the college article about, did I send you the college article? Mark Johnson gave this to me because I thought it's because of quarterbacks. Real quick, we'll get back to picking divisions. I'm not losing my train of thought. But did you see how much the college quarterbacks are making? Like, everybody's paying a quarterback, and it turns out that a number of teams told their quarterback, no, we aren't going to pay you over $1 million, only to find out the guys in the portal were more expensive. They lost their guys, and now everybody next year is going to freak out and overpay the quarterbacks, just like the NFL, because if you don't have one, then you're in trouble. College football, they need some people to kind of help out. All right, here's, I think, one of the tough ones. AFC North, who you got? Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and who am I missing? Cleveland.
I think it's going to be Baltimore and Cincinnati fighting this one out, but I think Pittsburgh may make noise. Okay. You know what? On paper, I think that's a pretty good division. You don't know what Cleveland, what Flacco is going to be a quarterback. You don't know, is Aaron Rodgers going to get, one more year of that Hall of Fame play. If they do, Pittsburgh's going to be scary. I don't know if they're good enough to win the division. And then, Baltimore's Baltimore, and Cincinnati, you got to believe all they've talked about since the ending of last season is we can't start 2-4.
Yeah. But see, Baltimore and Buffalo play each other right away. That's the first Sunday night game or Monday night game of the year.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with their division.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you get one of those losses, and that's been Baltimore's problem. Again, it has nothing to do with the division, but it's the same thing as last year where they got the Chiefs right away. They lose to the Chiefs, and the next thing you know, they're down. You and I have seen it. There's just something about the Broncos had it with the Patriots when Manning was here, right? You lose to the Patriots, and it just does something to the feel of your season because you now know you're chasing them the rest of the year to try to get that home field advantage back, right? Because Baltimore don't want to go to Buffalo. Nobody wants to go to Buffalo, quite honestly.
Nope. Except I get Kansas City now.
All right. Where are we going with the AFC West? Are you going to join the chorus of everybody that seems to think that the Broncos are going to win it, or are we keeping the Chiefs until they show us otherwise?
Listen, I was starting to buy into all the national hype of not one person that I've read in the last 2 weeks have I seen out at training camp one time, by the way. But telephones work. We went and looked it up. Tom Brady spent 20 years in New England.
Right.
Now, that was a down division at the time, real down, but he won that division 17 times.
It's some leg he said to me the other day.
Two of those times he didn't win, that was when Sanchez won it with the Jets, right?
Yes. There were the 2 years where somehow Rex Ryan coaxed a division title out of Mark Sanchez in back-to-back seasons. But look, it was mainly off his defense, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then one of those 20 years, he got hurt, tore his ACL. They still won 10 games and didn't make the postseason.
Right.
But 17 of those 20 years, and you remember that, Andy, the whole time. We go, oh, this year they're done now. They didn't get anybody. They have a bunch of no names at wide receiver. Next thing you know, they're winning 13 games and getting to the AFC Championship. So
Scotty,
I'm gonna go Kansas City until I see that demise.
Scotty, they would start off 2-0-2. Remember that? Weren't there like 3 years where the Patriots started 0-2, and the next thing you know, by November, they're right back where they need to be, and everything's fine?
Well, I remember one year when Wes Welker was there. Remember, they start off 0-2, and Belichick wasn't playing Wes Welker, and that was a big stink going on. All of a sudden, he got back involved, and all of a sudden, they righted the ship.
Yeah, I hate this because I don't want to defend the Chiefs. I don't want to be the voice of reason with it. I hate the Chiefs. but I just feel like there's been too much counting those dudes out this year. And I also don't like it because I feel like they were due for the old Super Bowl hangover, maybe finally, because I got to imagine, you lose. Scotty, I can't only imagine what it feels like to be on the cusp of win 3 in a row for the first time in history. And now you got to go 3 whole years to do that again. That would feel pretty daunting to me, right? And then everybody decides they're going to go popping off about the Chiefs ain't the same anymore, and the Broncos are the team to beat, and all this stuff. And look, maybe the Broncos will be. I believe in this defense. I think it can be a Super Bowl caliber defense. I really do. And I think the offense, what they've got, could be better if it gets flowing than what they had in 2015. But you don't have clutch like Manning. Bo Nix has been good, but Bo Nix isn't totally. Bo Nix does not have 15th year Peyton Manning's mind or whatever he was in at that point.
Right.
So,
well, let me ask you this: who's the best coach in the division?
Right now, you've got to say it's Andy Reid.
Okay. Who's the best quarterback right now in the division?
Patrick Mahomes.
So that's two of the biggest
the must-haves.
Two of the biggest factors, right? Who's the most experienced team in the AFC West?
And all the AFC is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to – and listen, I'm hoping Denver can rise up or, God forbid anybody else like the Chargers. But until they put a little hole in their bucket, and they still got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. You remember that it was 3 years ago they said, oh, they're going to have a drop-off. They lost Eric Bieniemy.
That's right. You're right. And all they did was go get their old OC back, and everything's been just fine.
And they won the Super Bowl the next year after losing Bieniemy.
Yeah. I just think you're poking the bear. All right, NFC North. Who do you got? The Chicago division. Chicago, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Lions.
I'm going to go Packers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Packers too. Although I feel like I keep saying this. I feel like the Lions, Nate didn't like the term football gods yesterday, but I feel like the Lions might have pissed off the football gods. They've had 2 great shots and not kind of gone through the door. I think sometimes that bites you.
True, but that might just be it. I just think it'll be interesting. Jared Goff, I thought was a bust, and all of a sudden he got revitalized there. They still got one of a top 10 wide receiver. They got probably a top 6, 5 tight end. The thing that held them back last year is their defense. They had too many injuries and just stunk. There's no way they can have that kind of injury thing again this year. So, listen, I like Detroit. Detroit would be one of my favorite teams. I was there.
You love Dan Campbell, don't you? That's your kind of
Yeah,
guy.
I like Dan Campbell. I was in Detroit, and I know the fans in Detroit, how much they love the Lions. And listen, when I was there, I think one year they won 9 games, and you would have thought it was a party.
Well,
so
I still got the Packers, though.
I just maybe Green Bay might be a hipster pick too.
It is because they just got Micah Parsons and everyone's riding. Let me ask you this: as a guy who knows a little something about bad backs, you nervous at all? He's got a little something going on with his back. I said that with
the trade. I said Dallas did great with this trade.
Yeah,
you saved yourself $188 million. You got an All-Pro, a 3-time All-Pro or Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and you got 2 first-round picks. And I told those guys before the trade, I said, boy, it's kind of funny. I just read an article. Michael Parsons was in L.A. getting some sort of injections.
Yeah, they're saying he's going to have epidurals to have to play a lot this year, man. How do you not know that? Or do you just not care? I can't imagine you just don't care, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But let me just say this. In basketball, why an ACL can be so devastating, or even the Achilles now, you got guys who rely on quickness, verticality, and left to right movement. You blow out a knee like that, and that changed it. Danilo Gallinari was never the same guy after he hurt his knee, and he wasn't the swiftest guy, but he could get up a little bit.
Sure.
So you get injuries that are that serious, man. I mean, and you rely on that quickness and speed. Well, listen, your whole athleticism career stems from your back and your core. And when that back goes down, and listen, Parsons ain't doing. And listen, Parsons is strong for his size, but that's a quickness dude.
Right.
What's Von Miller's done is he's gotten older and his quickness has waned a little bit.
He's not the same guy.
Well,
right?
yeah, start putting a knife in your back every time you move, and something is having gone through a bad back the last month. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm kind of digging Jordan Love. I don't know why, but I'm kind of digging on their quarterback. I love their coach. So my hipster pick is Green Bay, but my heart pick is Detroit again.
My hipster pick is gonna. Well, I don't feel like I legitimately think. Now, here's going to be the key for Green Bay to pull this off to live up to what I think. I do think Jordan Love has to stay healthy, and that's been a little bit of a problem the last couple of years. He goes and gets his knee messed up right away in that first game in the stupid turf. You know what I mean? And then he's trying to fight through that. Then he gets jacked up. He's got to stay healthy. He had a little bit of his own sophomore slump last year. He just didn't get talked about as much because C.J. Stroud wasn't quite the same. But I think I like LaFleur as a coach. How about that?
Too.
So I have trust in LaFleur. I don't know. Again, Detroit's interesting to me because to lose both coordinators, I do think that's tough. And Jared Goff has been a guy that when he jives with someone, he's been pretty good. Remember, Sean McVay got a good year out of Jared Goff. Looked like he had revived him after Jeff Fisher was not good with him at all. But then, then McVay was tired of him after a couple of years of having to tell him everything and dumped him off. So, I still will go Green Bay. All right, the NFC East, Philly, Cowboys, Washington, those guys.
Philly.
Really, you got Philly?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that it may be a little too much Super Bowl party. I'm going to say Washington gets it this year. What do you think of that?
Well, and again,
better. They're the oldest damn team in the league.
Again, the second-year quarterback leads you. We'll see. Maybe he's legit. I just think Jalen Hurts gets crapped on a little bit, and I think he's better than people realize.
Oh, no, I don't disagree with you there, but you and I also know that sometimes you hit the banquet circuit after a Super Bowl a little too much, and you don't come back quite fully ready. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if Saquon – here's the other thing. People keep talking about things that can't be repeated. I'm not sure Saquon can have another year like that again. Maybe he does. I mean, Derrick Henry keeps doing it, but that was a hell of a year.
Yeah. I think they got good wide receivers. Like Jalen Hurts is solid, can still move with his legs. Yeah, I think Washington is your hipster pick, but I'm going to go with Philly.
Okay. I'll do the hipster pick. Let's go with the NFC West.
Oh, I don't know if it's because they own us, but I'm a Sean McVay fan.
Over the Niners.
Yeah, I just think 49ers, unless they're going to be tricky. I mean, they lost their two best wide receivers.
Yeah,
and Christian McCaffrey, is Christian McCaffrey going to be 100% this year?
Well, I'm hoping. But look, man, Matthew Stafford has his back problem too. And he gets hit in that area a lot. I just don't think I believe he's going to stay healthy the whole year.
And he's not a young chicken anymore.
Well, no. One good shot, it might be done, and then you're living with
then maybe this could be the number one question conference because I mean, you don't know what Seattle's going to do. I mean, you got a whole new coach and system or new quarterback.
Sam Darnold at quarterback.
What's Darnold going to do in Seattle? San Francisco lost a lot of key players and ended up having to pay their quarterback. The Rams, I don't know why. I just feel they're going to be sneaky. You going to pick Arizona?
I'm going to pick the Niners. You could take the Rams. I'll take the Niners. I'm terribly worried about Stafford's back. Although, listen, if Stafford does stay healthy, and this was much ado about nothing, you got Puka Nacua, and I think we all forgot Devontae Adams, still pretty good receiver. You got Nacua and Adams together. That's pretty darn good, man. It's pretty darn good. So I think they could be sneaky. I'm with you. I just don't like a guy his age having a back problem because I don't think they've got the perfect offensive line. He takes one good shot to the back, and Jimmy Garoppolo's your dude. Now, look, Kyle got something out of Garoppolo. Matter of fact, that something was a trip to the Super Bowl.
Hey, let
So
me
maybe
ask
it
you
wasn't that big a deal, but
I didn't even realize Garoppolo was with LA.
yeah, he's their backup.
And now Devontae Adams is there too.
Yes.
Did we not watch Receivers on Netflix?
Oh yeah. He had to address it. Dude, it was like one of the first quotes of training camp. Devontae was like, man, it was not about Jimmy. We were all sick of, we didn't like Vegas. Nobody liked Vegas. That's all that was. Right.
Yeah. Right.
So we'll see.
Well, I'm going to go Rams. You go 49ers.
All right. NFC
Philly,
South, the
Philly,
big fat who
Washington.
cares?
Huh?
The NFC South, the big fat who cares? It's got to be Tampa. Everyone else sucks.
Yeah. I read something the other day. They got Tampa Bay going to the Super Bowl this year.
I saw someone on Good Morning Football, I want to say, said that Baker Mayfield could low-key push for NFL MVP. Might have been Kyle Brandt.
Too, yeah.
So,
in fact, he got a vote by one of the panel guys. Well, if he has an MVP caliber year, then Tampa Bay, I mean, we saw having to play that division last year. That's 6 wins right there for Tampa Bay.
yeah. Yeah. And New Orleans is going to battle for the worst team ever again.
I think Atlanta has a chance to be sneaky now.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point with Bijan Robinson. And I think Penix. Look, man, I think Michael Penix Jr. Remember, he didn't get his chance till later in the year. I don't think he could be bad. Atlanta's got some intriguing players. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't be counting Atlanta out so quickly, but I'm still going to go Tampa Bay because the operation's been together and I've seen it. Although I don't know, man. Maybe I should change mine to Atlanta. Maybe you talked me into this.
I kind of like it. I like Atlanta's black uniforms. I tell you what, here's a funny thing, too, and it would be funny if it worked out. You keep talking about, well, this quarterback misses some games. If Love misses games, if Stafford misses a game, Penix gets knocked out for a couple of games, you may have
Kirk Cousins.
Currently the best backup quarterback in the league, is in Atlanta.
Okay, does he get traded at the first big quarterback injury, though?
He might.
The first team that thought they had a shot that loses their QB, does he get traded there? Because it'll happen to someone. Hey, I could be describing the Rams, dude.
Yeah. Or you could be Penix wants to try to run like he did in Washington. He gets nailed.
Yeah.
I mean, now you got Kirk Cousins over a year past that ACL, and he's got another half year studying. He's a pro. He's gonna keep himself ready. That's a heck of a backup quarterback to have.
That is. It is. It's well.
I mean, it might be a luxury, but if it wins you a division.
Well, yeah, you don't worry about your backup quarterback till you don't have a backup quarterback, right? So,
and I do think Atlanta's black tops, white bottoms with the ATL on the chest, I think are some of the coolest uniforms in the league.
All right, well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. I like the Rams uniforms. If we're going classic uniforms, I like the Dolphin uniform. I always like the Dolphin uniform too because I like the colors of Miami. But listen, nothing used to beat Pat Patriot snapping the football on the Patriots helmet. The worst was Buccaneer. I guess his name is Bruce the Buccaneer, winking at you, a little Ponce de Leon with his wink and his feather in his mouth. Get the hell out of here with that.
With the Tennessee orange uniform.
Yeah. Go on, creamsicle guy. Go on. You can get on out of here, Bruce.
You ever really liked the creamsicle?
Me? No. It was Petey the Pirate's uniform. That's who that guy is. He ain't Bruce he's Petey the Pirate.
No. Okay, old-time best classic uniform. I got
best?
one for you. I'll tell you not the best. I'll tell you another cool one. The old Houston Oilers with the oil
the
thing.
oil rig.
oil rig on the head and those bluish tops and the white pants.
Stein called him the pooping Patriot. Come on. Yeah, I loved the old Oiler, except I hated him when Jack Pardee was coaching that team and their run and shoot offense was going up and down. Remember Warren Moon? I want to say it was Warren Moon, Ernest Givens, Haywood, I think the guy's name was. They had a real tall receiver. They had 3 great receivers in Warren Moon, and my God, they almost knocked the Broncos out of the playoffs, but the drive 2 happened. Bet you don't remember that.
No.
Wow.
I also remember that team gave up a 30-something point lead
to Buffalo
against Buffalo.
Music City Miracle.
I like those. I like those uniforms.
The Bengals. I like the old Bengal Tiger helmet. Do they still wear those? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The Seahawk used to be pretty cool, but they were in division, so I hated them. The Chiefs uniforms have always sucked and always will. The Browns look like you just dropped a dookie. The Bears are fine if you're going plain, but, the Green Bay Packer yellow, you got to like the Packers, I think, to like that uniform.
Classic. I kind of like the old Steelers uniforms, too.
What about those Kelly Green Eagle uniforms they were doing last year that were who were the guys? Clyde Simmons and Reggie White and Jerome Brown. Who was their quarterback? Randall Cunningham.
Well, Cunningham before him, Ron Jaworski.
Yeah,
Jaworski took him to a Super Bowl.
All right. You want to go Vince Papali? Is that how far back we're going? The
Just
invincible
about.
guy? You want to go Papali?
Just about. I mean, Jaworski, that was around Jaworski's time, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, maybe. I can't remember who was the quarterback in that movie. I just remember everybody calling David Kirkus invincible because that was the year Kirkus, the old Subway shop guy. Remember he worked at a Subway, so he had to tell us all the story 15 times because we wouldn't quit asking him about it. Jeffries was the other guy. There you go, John.
Hey, the Chargers baby blues were cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. They were in division, though. I didn't love. People forget the Seahawks were in the Broncos division.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember running back Kurt Warner, Dave Craig, Steve Largent? Well, yeah, you called Cortez Kennedy and all those guys playing against Elway.
Yeah, in the Kingdome was the first NFL game I ever called.
Really?
Yeah, when it was the year they had the quote-unquote tryouts. And so my first game was in the Seattle Kingdome.
All right. Do you remember you called the game where Ed McCaffrey and John Elway picked on Sean Springs when he was a prized rookie at Ohio State? They just owned his ass all day up there.
Prized rookie from Ohio State who had previously played 2 years at Coffeyville Community College, which is right next door to my hometown, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite play whenever I think of the Seahawks, the Broncos-Seahawks game? The one where John Elway ducked under the linebacker, stood up and hucked it to Sharp on a 50-yard rope for a touchdown.
Like a bullet.
Yeah, it was sick.
We ain't seen one of them throws since then.
We had not in this town, no.
There ain't
not like that.
And there ain't been a quarterback since 7 left that can throw one like that.
That was ridiculous. I just remember he was just like, he flung the guy off and just stands up and just, yeah. So, the good old days.
That was the good old days.
All right. Well, I think we've got it done enough nonsense. All I'm going to do is pick 2. I think I'm going to take Adam Thielen. Yeah, my other guy got picked.
Thielen's in Seattle, right?
No, he's back to Minnesota. He was in Carolina, got traded back to Minnesota finally. So
I thought he went to Seattle.
No, that's Cooper Kupp.
Oh. Well, there you go. Take Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I suppose. There ain't literally.
I mean, talking about 2 guys, Kupp and Thielen, who 3-4 years ago were lighting the NFL up.
Yeah, you're right. But It's funny how quickly it goes, right?
Hey,
There's
you
too
get
many
it-
damn people in this league. I'm going to tell
you
you
get
that
an
already.
injury, right?
Yeah.
Hurt them legs, and you're a quick, deceptive guy. Watch out.
Goes fast.
Yes, it does.
All right, you go tell Elle. Well, Elle's already in
No,
bed
Elle's
because it's 10
asleep.
o'clock.
You already screwed my nighttime up.
I know. That's what I'm here for.
Bedtime with Bonzo. A Ronald Reagan movie, if you remember.
What? Wait, because you didn't get to do it or because you had to do it?
No. Well, lately she can't stand my snoring, so usually I'd go in there, rub her back for a little bit, and then I'd fall asleep. Now I get the elbow on the side, Dad, you're snoring. And so then I got to leave. And then if I go asleep and then get jarred awake, now I'm like, instead of being asleep at 9:30, 10 o'clock, now I'm up till 12, 12:30.
Girl, you'll be a woman soon. You know why I sing that? Because she's already giving you the rib shot for the snoring.
Oh, I know. Well,
that is the female move. It's like it's just genetic. They just know it.
yeah.
Man, someone took another.
I got
God,
another story, but this is for a private phone call tomorrow.
All right. Hey, good. All right, then we'll say goodnight, Sally Field.
Good night, Sally Field.